The clock is ticking for Congress and the president to reach an agreement on the debt ceiling before the June 1st deadline.
And as of tonight, the Speaker of the House and the president continue to negotiate a deal that both sides can agree on. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp is joining us live from the U.S. Capitol right now. Rachel, what are some of the items both the Speaker and the president are asking for?
Well, good evening, Mike and Eva. So the president wants to freeze spending at the same levels agreed to in the last fiscal year, but Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy is adamant that Washington is spending too much and really wants to reduce that. Now, following a meeting between Biden and McCarthy last night, the president released a statement saying in part that default is off the table and the only way to move forward is towards a bipartisan agreement. Biden adds, while there are areas of disagreement, they will continue to discuss the path forward. The Treasury Department warns that come June 1st, the federal government would no longer have enough money to pay all of its bills, which would cause a default. The U.S. has never defaulted before, but it would cripple the U.S. economy and possibly push borrowing costs higher. Speaker McCarthy says their hard line is on spending. They've been pushing to trim down the staggering $31.5 trillion in debt. The White House wouldn't say if they are close to an agreement on the debt ceiling. They did say negotiations are still ongoing and productive.
Over the past week, the president's negotiating team has proposed options to reduce the deficit that both parties can support, while also making clear that there are fundamental priorities that must be protected in this process.
We should pull back money that's been wasted. We should help people get jobs by having work requirements. We've seen that work time and again. We should find ways that we cap the amount of spending going outlay because the Democrats had spent so much. Even Joe Manchin had thought of that idea of a 1% cap going forward.
Now, some congressional members are calling the debt ceiling a national security threat because if the U.S. defaults, that could mean millions of jobs could be lost as well as being sent back into a recession. Mike, Eva, back to you.
All right, Rachel, and Speaker McCarthy says even if an agreement is reached soon, it will still take Congress a couple of days to vote on the debt ceiling. The Speaker wants to finalize the agreement before the week is over.